Well, hello and a fair good evening to you, my fellow tabletop enthusiasts, my D&D lore masters and world builders, and those who enjoy the great game that is D&D. I'm your DM for Tales Around the Tavern Fire for the Journeys into Ibberath, and I just wanted to stop by with a little PSA before we jump into tonight's session. That unfortunately we are missing a couple of players tonight. One is unfortunately helping out someone with in their personal life and in IRL, unfortunately, so they will not be with us. But our wonderful Ranger Mute, played by the fantastic Brenner, has unfortunately had to step away from the table for the foreseeable, unfortunately, due to personal availability. It's just come to a point where it's not viable for her to participate, which is a shame. But we send our love with her, and we hope she's okay, and maybe circumstances will change in the future. But for now, it's time for us to get on with tonight's show, and we shall then transfer over and see the rest of our wonderful players. So it's a wonderful howdy do to everybody. How are we? Oh, I've wrecked that. There we go. Hang on. Where's that gone? Where's that disappeared? Hang on. What have I done? I've done something. There we go. There we go. Fixed it, kind of. There we go. Everyone's where they need to be now. There we go. Oh, excuse the technical issues of me. There we go. So we should do a very, very quick run-up tonight. Unfortunately, our Wild Magic Sorcerer Ogar is not with us tonight, but we do have the wonderful Nemea, Lore Master Extraordinaire, back with us tonight.
Hello.
In spirit, not body, unfortunately, but we'll take what we can get here at Tales Around the Tavern Fire. And to ease her in, because we're not bastards here, the wonderful Bass, played by Claire, is going to give us the very quick rundown of what happened last session to lead us into tonight's game. Please, Claire, over to you.
Oh, right. Okay. Last session, Lucian decided to pick a fight with a couple of dwarves, and unfortunately for the dwarves, it didn't go well for them. These particular dwarves were holding a turtle. Yes, they're holding a turtle prisoner as a slave, and Lucian had decided he wanted to free them. Unfortunately, he didn't do it subtly for the party, and to which point, Olga, Nemea, and myself watched on as this hulking monstrosity of Lucian decided to throw a dwarf through a door. To which point it was decided that Bass would go toe-to-toe with Lucian again and try and get him to calm down. She struck him with her hilt, told him to drop the dwarf. Shockingly, he actually listened for a change. So after that, we decided to try and make a bit of a beeline to the pub. But unfortunately for us, it caused so much of a commotion that the guards were on their way. Luckily for us, Dalen and our previous member Mute were able to caught on to what was going on, even though they were in a different portion of the market, and were able to create the illusion of a bomb in a barrel. To which point it distracted the guards enough that we were able to make our escape. Lucian decided to go and take the armour back to the turtle while the rest of us headed straight for the pub. So the rest of us met up in the pub. We sat down, we started having a drink. Dalen got a suspicious note from someone. Freaked out and went up to his room. The rest of us followed him up, to which point an argument ensued between Dalen and Bast over what had just happened in the market. Lucian showed up, went to the bar looking for us, and Mute decided to go down, and she found Lucian there. She told him where we were. They proceeded to try and come back up, to which point another message was given to Mute to pass on to Dalen, which she did. She came up and passed on. After that, we kind of settled down for the night, and on the next day, we went to see the Brethren Court. When we got to the Brethren Court, we were told to put our weapons into the chest and we'd get them back later. This caused a bit of trouble between Bass and one of the guards because she was not for giving up her weapons. But eventually she did, and they all get in. When we got in, the members of the Brethren Court were sitting on their thrones, arguing over who's better than each other, trying to one-up each other, surrounded by massive piles of treasure. When they finally drew our attention to us, we were told we had to give tribute, to which Dalen gave 100 gold pieces. Tribute was then accepted, and we started to chat with them. During the conversations we were having with them, we told them about the mimic ship that we ran into on the way here, at which point one of the guards decided to call Bast out as a liar. Bast did not take that well. It nearly ensued in a fight between Bast and this particular guard. To which point, the whip, who is the head of the Brethren Court, decided to show up and flung the guard physically out of the room. We decided to have a chat with him. We told him about coming across Maelstrom in their territory. He decided to stop the conversation and take us to a private chamber. He gave us a lot more information on, well, not a lot more, he gave us a wee bit more information based on Maelstrom's history. To which point, after that, a commotion started, and we went out to investigate. It turns out a seaman was brought in, out of his mind with fear and sadness, because his ship had been taken down by an unknown monstrosity. At which point, a member of the Brethren Court decided to not only volunteer his ship, but us to take on this creature. That caused a massive commotion within the Brethren Court, and they started to fight again with each other. It was then decided that the Whip would give us a ship, and he asked us if we would take on a mission to deal with this unknown entity. We agreed, and we decided to head straight out for the ship and to go deal with it straight away. Once we got down to the ship, we had a chat with her captain. She contacted her boss and she agreed to then take us on. But before we could leave, Lucian got paid a visit by his turtle friend, and he was taken aside. The turtle informed him he could help him with his situation and proceeded to hit him with his hammer. To which point Lucian woke up in darkness, and in front of him was the thing that had been living inside of him, that had been this monstrosity that he came out as. It became enraged, and it broke into 5 different parts that became giant direwolves, then surrounded Lucian, and that is where we currently are.
That is absolutely spot on. So, we find ourselves back with Lucian, his heart beating hard in his chest, surrounded by these bestial, twisted forms of a very familiar feral animal. And at this point, I'd like you all to roll for initiative. As Bast, Dalen, Nemea, you will be playing the parts of the direwolves in this fight. Well, 3 of them, and I'll play the other 2. So.
Are we just rolling?
Roll for initiative.
Like a straight 20 or?
Straight 20. I don't think it doesn't have any additionals.
It does have a plus 2 dex. It does have a plus 2 dex.
There you go then.
It should be a plus 2 initiative.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I have a calculator open for its HP right now.
Jolly good.
So I remember it.
Okay, so
Oh yeah, that was a good point.
So let's just go down the line then. Bast, initiative.
18.
Dalen.
4.
Tell which one was the ass end of the the monstrosity. Lucian.
23.
Okay, Nemea.
3.
And God for advantage on initiatives, because I also rolled a 3.
Fantastic. So Dalen and Nemea were both ass cheeks of the...
Yep.
Okay, so going first, fun enough, is Lucian.
What
What do
would
you do?
happen if I attempted to shift in rage?
You can certainly try.
I'm going to try to.
You feel the very familiar sense of every muscle in your being tensing and rippling, burning with that internal heat and rage. And you activate your primal rage, but you don't shift. You're still in your humanoid form, but you are raging.
Okay.
Any bonuses that you would normally get for shifting, you do not have.
That includes resistance, right?
No, you get your rage resistance.
Oh, right. Okay.
So piercing and blunt, you still have your resistances for that. But anything your shifter rage
okay.
did, no.
Right. Next time. What happens if I just charge in?
Well, the 5 dials are spread around you quite evenly.
So if I go to take a stance and then just run at one at random.
Okay.
One of yours, Martin.
Okay, cool. Roll to hit.
22.
I think that hits. That's if I have my compendium open.
Only does hit on a werewolf, yeah.
Yes, it does, funnily enough, yeah. So, do your damage.
Plus 8 is 26.
26. As you swing your axe in a large, wide arc, you feel the axe sink a good 6-7 inches into the torso, in between 2 ribs of the side of the direwolf, before wrenching it back with a very much a satisfactory slick black ichor running down the length of your blade.
And going to take my next extra attack to sort of try and finish it.
Attack again.
I'm going to do reckless attack with the great weapon attack.
Okay.
It's minus 5. 19.
19. Okay, you bring the axe in a reverse momentum and bring it down, and you split the direwolf's head clean in two from the skull down to the chin. As it splits in two, just black ichor just pulls forward as it collapses to the ground in a big, slowly dissolving pile of sludge. Make a perception check for me.
Rolling high today. 23.
23. As your axe finishes the blow, you feel a cold chill from behind you. And you turn, and in the black mistiness that surrounds both you and these multiple forms of Kezef, you see a slight faint white crack, about 8 feet long, just very faintly, just breaking the fog around you. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep. I turn to face the remaining lot and in my turn.
All right, you bare your teeth in satisfaction at striking a killing blow. Vast, it is now your turn.
Move into attack. Is there any other wolves within 5 feet of me?
Yes, there is. As he's moved from the centre of you towards one of them, there was now my second one is adjacent to him.
Fantastic. Okay. 18 to hit.
Meets
and beats. So do your damage. And
8 damage. And it's a saving throw from Lucian.
8 piercing damage reduced to 4, and you'll make your strength saving throw.
Does a 27 break it?
As this thick black-furred wolf, gleaming red eyes, jumps at you, you bring your arm up to brace yourself. As you feel the fangs sinking into your flesh, you shrug it off, but you can also feel the weight of it trying to push you down, but you manage to spin your left leg behind you to brace yourself from falling, and you do push it to one side. Next up is my second one, and my second one is going to have a gnaw at you as well.
Brilliant.
At 18 again, so meets and beats. And that's 7 points of piercing damage and another DC strength saving throw. That'd be 7 half to 3.
Hey, 7. I get advantage on these things and proficiency.
What's the lowest you can roll?
Let's see.
If you were to roll double ones.
If I was to roll double ones, it would be a 9.
Okay, so it is still doable. Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind, people. Don't lose hope. Okay, that's...
Let's have advantage is all.
That's that one's go. Next up is Dalen. Turn your mic on, Dalen. Not heard a word you said at all.
Fucking hell. My little wolf is going to approach and make my attack with advantage because pack attack is also he reckless attack, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Absolutely.
So that is a natural 20.
Yeah. Fantastic. Do your damage. Same critical rules apply.
Of double the die roll.
So
or
you
double, like, add.
You take one
max damage.
Max damage, and then roll another one.
Right. So max damage is 12
plus
11.
23.
So 23 plus 3 for 26 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, rounded down to 13 points of piercing damage, and another. Go ahead. Yeah. Yep. And then go ahead and make another strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Strength save against the Bob.
It's got to happen.
16.
16.
Oh, we're getting there.
I just rolled an 8 and a 1.
You feel your feet skid back on the ground as this great wolf just jumps and sinks into your neck. Not into your shoulder, but actually into your neck. And you can feel that haste of blood flow as that surge of panic comes to is this was, if you hadn't been raging, would have been a hell of a hit. And next up, Nemea.
Cool. I'm gonna move up. Pack tactics attack.
Go for it.
Oh, that's also a crit.
Oh, hey!
Sorry, buddy. Okay, so 12.
For all our viewers at home, we've been playing this game for just over a year now, and I've been trying every Sunday to kill these people.
Now we're doing it.
I hand control of my monsters over to the players, and they do it for me. It's great. Administration, it's the way forward.
Okay, so 12
Need
plus
strategy.
13, so 25 in total.
25 damage, rounded down to
to 12.
down to 12. Yeah, 12 points of piercing damage, and another strength saving throw.
Don't like this music.
Very dramatic.
Wait, I know what song this is.
This is You're Gonna Die music. I got natural 20, 28.
Oh.
Funny enough, you save. Okay.
Okay, just sorry. Where can you give us a quick description of where everyone's placed? Are we just like around him?
Because there's 4 wolves left at this point, and we are now all in base contact with him. So he has one front, back, and one on either side, and we are just trying to dogpile him. Funny enough.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say I'll just kind of move around until I'm like right next to one of the walls. Just stay, you know.
Absolutely. As we go back to the top of the round, you hear the resonating voice, deep, almost passing through you, as you're now surrounded by this pack, saying, "You cannot escape your fate, pup. You are one with the pack." What do you do?
I shout back. Well, no, I say back. You're right. I am one with the pack. You're not in charge of it. And I do my shifter ability as a bonus action. I race shifter ability grants me temporary HP equal to my con. I get advantage on wisdom saves, and no one has advantage against me.
For anything.
Attack rolls.
Oh shit. Okay.
For how long?
Fuck!
No.
For how long, Michael?
How long does that last?
1 minute.
1 minute. Oh shit.
Oh, mate.
We can do this, guys. Is that a bonus action or is that an action?
Bonus action.
Okay, so you still got your action.
Just do 9,
Boo.
And the one that bit into my neck is I'm just going to completely swing at.
So you almost do a reverse swing on yourself to try and get this clawed mound of fur and teeth and claw off you. Roll to hit.
19.
Dalen, does 19 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll damage.
Again, thank God for advantage, because I just rolled a 1 and a 10. It's a 12 and a 10. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
Because, hang on, stop.
27,
Because you used reckless attack last round, do you not roll with disadvantage at this point?
No.
Nope.
No, so we roll with advantage against them, isn't it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Carry on.
You
But
can't.
That would be nice,
But we
but
can't.
So what was the damage?
Maxed.
50 million.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 31.
31.
1d12 plus 5 plus 1d10 plus 3 from the rage.
12, 20, 22, 27. What was the last dice?
So it's a D12, so that's 12 plus 5
Right.
from
17.
strength
17.
plus Deshad's rune, and plus 1d10 cold,
27.
Right.
which the
27.
axe gets, and then plus 3 from raging.
So
30.
There's 30 points of
30.
damage. Noted.
And 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 31.
No,
Where you get? No, it's 30.
it's 30.
It's
12
30.
plus 12 plus 10.
12
It's
plus 10 is 22.
Oh yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't read my own writing. Yep, 30. Still
Okay.
max, so take it.
And it is a resounding, moist connection with this wolf that had sunk its fangs into your neck. There's no whimper, there's no wincing of pain, just absorption. And is that your go?
Second attack
Okay.
is I'm going to attempt to finish that one off.
Finish him.
Roll to hit.
Now I just need to watch Mortal Kombat again.
Overkill. Rolled an 18 and a 20.
I don't think we need to do damage for this one at this point, do we?
Hang on. Why are you still getting advantage on the attack roll?
It's
Reckless
reckless.
attacks.
Oh, you're recklessly again. Okay.
Gives me advantage for all my attacks, and normally everyone else gets advantage against me,
Because
But
you've
because
just
of
done.
his shifter ability.
You cancelled it
Yeah.
out.
which I save for emergencies. I should use it more often because it does give advantage on wisdom saves, which has been
A bit of a detriment to you, yes.
Well, you say that, but I've tried to put you to sleep 3 times and it has not worked because you saved it every time. So,
That was his con that saved that every time.
no, I'm pretty sure it's
Sleep.
Wiz, isn't it?
sleep is HP.
It is HP based.
Oh, it is. What have I tried then? Hold person? That's what I've tried, hold person. That is a wisdom save, yeah.
Right, so what's the damage?
It dead.
This is,
Okay. Let's see. So
let's just put it this way.
30,
Galen,
you know that.
Galen, do you need him to tell you the damage?
No.
Okay. We won't even notice it.
Because minimum he can do is 10.
Very true. As you eviscerate this second direwolf, and as it flies through the air, split in two, it then deforms into 2 glistening black ichord globules as they spat on the floor and start to squelch away. And you feel another burst of cold air, and you look, and that crack that you spotted is getting wider. There's just a white light flowing through it.
This all, Kezef?
Right, and on that note, Bast, do him.
I'm really disappointed. I want my advantage.
It's a
Okay,
smart way getting rid of the advantage.
Hmm.
It really
Gotta give it
was.
to you, Lucian.
Mm.
Definitely smart.
16.
Oh.
No, I failed.
It was a clutch ability move to use. It was good. Right, so next up is
My head was going down quicker than I liked. I had resistance, so
next up is me, and he's going to go for another jumping bite attack with a natural 20.
Nice.
Woo!
So I'm going to roll max on.
We might kill him yet.
15, 3, 28 points of damage, rounded down to 14. Thank you. 14 points of piercing and a strength saving throw from you.
Fail, 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 fail,
Fail,
fail.
fail.
Please.
well, that goes my temporary.
If
HP.
everyone put F in the chat for fail, please.
14?
14. Barely
Okay.
succeeds. as you feel you're pushed to one knee almost, with this wolf now over the top of you, clawing up your arms as you're trying to hold it off. The pain is real. And that's my go. And next up is Nemea.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because
I'm just gonna move
Dalen
up
is
and-
dead.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll just continue to move up and attack him then,
Okay, go for it. Roll a hit.
assuming that there is a wolf next to me. Oh, we don't have advantage anymore. That's fine. 22.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
So 7 damage down to 3 damage,
7 down to 3.
and a strength save, please.
Uh, 24.
Ugh. Yep.
Okay, and it comes back round to you again.
The other one that just critted me. I'm gonna recklessly swing at that.
Okay.
Zen swinging. 6.
26. Hit.
Mm, 19.
19. Okay. It definitely hurts. But still in there.
Second attack.
See its eyes, bright yellow, flashing at you.
16.
16. Yeah, 16 hits. Do you damage?
That's 4 times my other advantage dice has been a 1. I'm getting worried. That's a better number. 24.
24. As you bring your axe round for a second swing, you cleave again diagonally through the right shoulder blade, down through the spine and guts of the wolf as it collapses down, same black sludge. And feel a stronger pulse of air. The crack shifts ever wider. And make a perception check for me.
I get advantage. No, is that wisdom?
Perception.
I think so.
Perception is. Yeah, it is. 23.
23.
Yep.
You can see this white light coming through. It's not light, it's snow. And you can barely make out the mountain range bordering what you can swear would be your homeland's capital in the background. You feel that sense of coming home. Stirs in you. It doesn't give you any effect. Next up, after that abysmal performance, is Nemea.
What, already?
Yes, already.
Okay. Yeah, just attack. 21.
Yeah.
9 down to 4. Strength save, please.
Natural 20.
You feel, as you swing your axe, a burn in your right hand. The attack is not critical.
That's not
That
a
was a
natural 20.
save.
That was a save. My save.
It was his save. That's fine then. Don't worry
28.
about it.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm done.
Okay, and it comes back to your attacks now.
Doesn't Bast's one still?
I've been.
Yeah, she's
I
been.
failed to hit.
Oh yeah.
It's top of the round. You're top of the round.
There's 2 left, isn't there?
Uh-huh.
Right. I throw my axe to the ground and grab one on my left by the neck.
Okay, you got Bast and the mayor left. I'll roll the d6. Odds evens. That's Bast.
So I'm going to grapple, just literally grab. Athletics. Does your athletics beat 28?
I need to roll athletics. Can I beat athletics? No, I can't beat it. Even if I roll max, I can't beat it.
And as I have the tavern brawler, I'm going to bonus action to grapple Nemea's wolf.
Okay, because you're already grappling.
One hand by the neck there, and then the tavern brawler lets me grapple as a bonus action.
It does, yeah. So I can't even give you a disadvantage. Fuck. Okay,
Can
carry
I
on.
ask a question? Can he do that? We were both classed as large beasts.
Yeah.
That's
One size larger.
shit.
Yeah, but 2 at
That's
the same
what
time.
one.
That's for
not 2
one.
at the same time.
Yeah, if it's 2,
I'm
I'm
raging,
going to make you do it with disadvantage.
which is a normal roll because I get advantage anyway.
Yeah, so do it a single roll.
What do I need to roll to oppose?
Athletics.
You need to
That's
beat.
strength.
Yeah, you need to beat 22 athletics.
Christ. Oh yeah, right.
She can do it.
She can, but she didn't.
Love the enthusiasm.
Oh, I
Okay.
don't have the energy for that, Martin.
Push on, Robin. Have a Red Bull.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've got both of them by the neck, sort of above me like that, and just I'll control us, Kezef, and then just try and smash their heads. I'm using themselves to hit each other.
Okay, so that's an improvised weapon. I'm not even sure how you'd roll for this. Yeah, okay, so it's going to be a d4 plus your strength. But you roll to hit because you are trying to hit something with something. So roll to hit first.
I'm gonna smack a wolf with a wolf.
You're going to smack a wolf with a wolf. You hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
That's straight strength. 18.
Yeah, 18 beats both their ACs.
Yeah.
So this damage will be mirrored across both of them. So roll a d4 plus your strength mod.
Two plus. Uh, 9 damage.
Okay, you both take 9 damage.
Okay.
And is that your turn?
It's my turn.
Okay. Bast, back to you.
Okay. I'm assuming I'm still grappled at this point.
You are, but you can still attack. You have your claws, and you have. You can also try to escape it as well.
I don't think I'm going to escape. I beat his strength with this character, so what I'm going to do is just try and claw him.
Okay. So this would be attack roll as normal, but then it would be 2d4 instead of 2d6.
Yeah, I'm not even going to. I'm flailing too wildly.
Okay. Nemea, back to you.
Yeah, I will just attempt to do the same thing.
Okay, roll to hit.
Is it still the same plus to attack as the bite?
Still staying plus to attack as the bite.
Okay. 15. So yeah, I'm out.
You did better than me.
Yeah.
About 10.
And it's back to you again, Lucian.
I'm going to use my attacks to choke them out.
To render them unconscious?
Like hitting our heads together would have done that.
No, like literally just. I'm the unarmed stuff and all that. Same with the fighting style. I'm literally just trying to crush.
On a crush. Okay, this will be an athletics check from you, and it will be opposed.
What are we rolling to oppose?
So it'll be athletics. It'll be an athletics check for everyone. I'm thinking, is there something I can give the wolves?
To not die.
Not die, but just to give them a bit of more of a fighting chance. This has gone very tits up. No, there's nothing I can give you. Nothing I can twist.
Can I have bass athletics? Better survivability rate.
Just got cramp in my leg. Tensing too much.
Okay. So you won on both. So another D4 plus your strength modifier.
Do I not get my unarmed bonus?
Yes, you would actually. Yeah.
You need it.
So say that again.
14.
14. Both you take 14 points of damage.
Seriously? Jesus Christ.
This is killing us slower than what you killed the others.
Yeah.
Is it?
Is that the end of your turn? Okay. Bast.
Again, just trying to claw him.
Go for it.
I got a roll worse. Fuck off, dice.
Straight to jail. Do not pass go. Okay, Nemea.
23.
Hey!
So what did you say it was? 2d4?
It was 2d4, 2d4 plus 3.
Plus 3. 8 points down to 4.
And with that, I would allow you to make acrobatics or athletics, your choice. Escape attempt at advantage.
Cool. I will do that. 17.
Yeah, 16.
You escape. You manage to wrench yourself free from his grip.
Woo!
I would just like to kind of wiggle my way out and then turn around to kind of face him, not moving out of range, but like stare at him with the other wolf and like proper snarl.
Yeah, you are bearing everything. Your gleaming fangs drooling with black saliva, black tinted saliva. It's a sight to behold as you have stare him down at the showdown between the three of you, and it goes back to Lucian.
I holding Bastard's direwolf while staring down Nemea's one, and I just sort of like reach up for the axe to go to my hand, let go of Bast's direwolf, and just swing down on it.
The axe does not return to you.
Where is it?
Still on the floor where you left it. You think you can escape this prison of the mind? This is not the realm of the real. I have dominion.
How far away is the other direwolf?
Right in front of you, within 5 feet.
I've already let go of the other one, haven't I?
Yes.
Just gonna punch it.
Roll a hit. Which
you
one?
just let go of?
Yeah.
The one I just dropped because I was attempting to scratch.
Hey, that's Bast.
Well, axe. proficient in unarmed. That's 22.
22 hits. Roll your damage.
Say
again.
13.
13.
That does not hit.
No, 13 damage.
Damage.
Oh, 13 damage. Does not kill.
Still up. Okay.
Still up.
How much? Well, no.
You don't
does
know.
It look on death's door?
No, I'm not telling you.
Because I was going to just go punch and then...
These wolves don't seem to be reacting to wounds and damage the same way that you face monsters in the wild would.
Second punch!
Roll to hit.
How do I show this?
Did you just
Full
crit?
20s.
What? Double 20? Right, you take a photo of that
Yeah.
shit and you send it to me right now.
Hang on. I'm touching him, you know, phones.
That's some bullshit right there. That is some...
I double crit one of my players last night. I felt so bad.
You probably feel exactly how I'm feeling right now. What does it mean? How Claire's feeling right now?
Yeah, but my players are level 2 right now.
Ah.
Jeez. Oh, okay.
So,
All right.
Not happy.
No, I was sure they wouldn't be happy as you then park them in the earth. Okay, you crit.
Dead.
Roll.
Doesn't need to roll.
Wow.
Just- One hit point.
Oh my god.
1 hit point, and I'm a barbarian with brutal criticals. All my crits are going on people who die in 1 hit anyway.
because of that fact, you ball up your fist and you can feel the muscles almost like they're just realigning into position for as powerful a punch as you can, and you launch this massive muscle forward and you feel it make contact for the briefest of seconds, but your fist carries on as you collapse the frontal part of its skull inwards, passing your arm through down part of the length of the body of the beast, and then you pull your arm back out of the now still beast as your arm is coated this same sticky ichor. The body collapses and then starts to devolve and turn into this slime.
Is my axe within my 5 feet
No.
radius?
It is not. You didn't declare where you threw your axe, so I did.
Far away is it?
Not that far away. It's not like Timbuktu. But
It
it's,
bloody should be, Martin. What are you talking about?
it's about 10 to 15 feet away.
Is
Oh, go
the
get
other
it.
wolf in the way, or
The wolf is not in
No,
the
but
way of
she's
it,
within
but
5
she
feet.
is within 5 feet base contact of you.
I'm going to ignore the wolf and walk towards the axe.
So
Pick
I
it
will
up.
attempt to hit you.
Attack of opportunity.
I know.
18.
Meets, yeah.
What's the sheet?
This is the 2d6 plus 3, yeah?
So 13 half to 6.
6 points of damage. And another strength saving throw.
Yes.
I'm a little bloody at the moment.
Oh no.
Oh!
Yeah, there's one of me left. Come on.
Nemea is our Rocky. Come on!
19.
19.
Yeah, fine.
Okay. You can use your movement. You can reach the axe easily enough. and you can.
I ignore the scratch or bite on me, just
Right, yeah.
partially ignoring Kezef right now. Pick up the axe, just casually over my shoulder, turn to face the final wolf.
Okay, you spend your bonus action picking it up to say and rearming yourself, and then it goes back to the mayor. He's about 10 feet away from you.
Can I would like to charge and jump into the air and proper like slam and bite him.
Do it. I'm into it. Go for it.
Can I have advantage for flavour?
Yes.
Winning.
Absolutely.
18. Thank you.
Okay. Roll damage.
14 to 7.
7 points of piercing damage.
And strength save, please.
As you turn and face smugly this last wolf, you look and it's not there, and your eyes cast up as you see this black looming shape lunge and land on you, its teeth clawing the sides of your head.
Since
16.
I am hang on.
Go on, Robin.
Since I am charging and jumping at him, can I impose disadvantage on his saving throw because it is to be knocked prone?
That makes a valid point. Yeah. Re-roll your.
I think he gets advantage anyway, so it would just be straight, right?
Yeah, be straight.
Just roll a normal throw.
Roll a normal saving throw. Normal strength saving throw. You roll a natural fucking 20, I'm fucking firing you.
Other way.
Huh?
Other way round.
A 1.
Oh no, what a shame.
So a total of
9.
9.
9.
That is a fail, so you are knocked prone.
Yeah, you turn, you look, you feel this come in, you feel the teeth sink into the sides of your head, your temples being crushed under the pressure, as you are then met with a winding thud as your back hits the ground. You are prone.
With a wolf on top of you.
With a lovely big wolf on top of you.
Hello.
Giving you kisses.
With my teeth.
Yes.
I'm into it. Okay. Right. Next up is Lucian. Oh how the
Survive this round, you guys.
turntables
Kill him.
have
Kill him.
turned.
I'm going to
not
use
gonna
my
really-
bonus action as my rage will run out on this turn.
But you've been taking damage. Why would it run out?
Yeah, if you
I
take
don't-
damage or you give damage, your rage does not dissipate.
But rage only lasts for a minute.
Yeah,
So
but
the-
it's unless you're taking damage. If you're taking damage, you still.
No.
So, a single rage slot lasts a minute, no matter if he's getting hit or not. If he gets hit, it continues. If he doesn't get hit or attacks, it fades before the minute
But,
ends.
Oh, okay.
but after a minute, it just straight up.
So there's a minute deadline on it.
Yeah.
And he already took out 3 wolves within the time period anyway, so yeah, it ends on this turn.
Yeah, this is the last turn of it.
Unless I use my bonus action to re-rage.
Which I think is what you're gonna do.
That's up to you.
Yes, as I'm sort of feeling the rage go off after the jump on me, I just full fury back, and I'm going to try and shove Wolf off and away as
I will try and
Attack
dig my
action.
claws in to stay put.
Okay, so it's going to be opposed athletics. Because you're prone, it's going to be a disadvantage for you.
I'll roll that again.
Oh shit! I rolled a 1, so don't even worry about it.
Oh, because I rolled a 5.
Total of 4, but yeah, I rolled a 1.
Not
Oh,
three.
my God. This isn't even like a boss battle. This is just an interim fight.
Dude, I'm trying. You should have made it harder.
I looked at the challenge rating
Two
maths,
wolves.
and this should have been
Look at
challenging
I.
enough.
Deadly.
It's a freaking barbarian. It was never gonna be. Give me advantage on that, and then we'll be good.
Go on, have advantage.
Give me
Go on.
advantage on all
Technically,
of my rolls.
technically, you are in the offensive position while he is prone, so yes, you have advantage.
Winning. 22.
You're pinned.
Okay.
And I'm snarling in your face.
Second attack, I will just punch a wolf.
Submit.
26.
Yeah, that is.
Okay. Roll damage.
7 plus strength 4.
Probably be a disadvantage since he's pinned, but
He just did a single roll for it.
okay, cool.
So I'm trying everything.
Me too.
14.
14 damage. Yeah, that's me out.
As you
Punch. Jaws.
Yeah.
as you rend the wolf in two, snapping the jawbone in half, feeling the muscles tear as it then falls apart into this black ichor. You stand yourself up, bloodied, leaning on your axe. You look back and you feel that cold wind of home on your face. The crack behind you, now a good 1.5 feet wide, spreading almost right around, almost 180 degrees around you, giving you a glimpse of the landscape of home and just feeling your heart thump. And you turn back to see all of the black ichor gathering and swelling. And you see it mutating and transforming and becoming more humanoid as you see a humanoid figure almost clawing his way out of the ichor as it forms more and more of their body. And before you, you see a diminutive, twisted, mutant, half humanoid, half feral wolf lupine, but not in a way that makes sense. Not like a half elf is more symmetrical with their features, or a half orc looks more symmetrical with theirs, but one wolf-like ear, half a wolven snout and fangs, one reversed bipedal leg, one wolven paw crept up, held close to its chest. Before you, you see... Dana just broke my fucking concentration there. You see the very true form of the primordial entity known as Kezef. As you see him standing, backing away from you. Yes, no. This was meant to be better than this. You were meant to be greater than this. I can make you greater. I can make you strong. I can take your weakness from you. Give you the pack you always wanted. The wind behind you, stronger and stronger. What do you do?
I'm not your plaything. Neither is my race.
The cracks growing larger and larger. Almost like
Bye.
broken glass holding back an aquarium. Just...
Bye, Kezef. Turn to face the what looks to be home to me and just walk towards it.
You walk towards it. You can feel the wind rushing past you. And Kezef goes to take a step towards you and reaches out his hand. And as he does, loud, all-encompassing shattering as nothing but bright white light starts to pour in. Kezef reels back, shielding himself. You embrace it as you feel the rush of the tundra sweeping past you, thigh deep in snow, feeling the current of it passing almost like an avalanche. And you close your eyes and you smile warmly at the cold front as you hear, ringing in your ears, the distant screams of Kezef getting further and further away. And it all goes quiet and you open your eyes and you find yourself on the flat of your back, looking up the warehouse ceiling. Your friend Deshard sat next to you. Ah, my friend, you've finally come to.
What? What was that?
That, my friend, was you having the conversation you should have had with him. Eldritch deities and dark gods are not ones to trifle nor deal with. Advice for any king or fool.
Well, this fool was desperate at the time.
I empathize with you. I cannot sympathize. But I hope this helps you going forward. And he offers you a hand.
Take it.
You stand up, and you feel lighter. You feel your shoulders more relaxed. You feel a burden has been lifted. You can feel it physically in yourself. He says to you, I suggest you hurry. High tide waits for no one, god or man.
How long have I been out?
Moments. Time passes differently between the subconscious and the real.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I have a boat to catch.
Indeed you do, my friend. And he walks off and he leaves you to hurry back to the boat. And everyone else waiting at the dock patiently for your party friend. You do see Lucian bound round the corner, almost with a slight spring in his step. Very much so, Marso. Very, very much so.
Do I look bloody at all?
You check yourself. There's not a scratch on you. Take yourself back to full health.
Hell.
And remove
health left.
and remove your spent rage as well.
Okay.
And the captain of the ship turns to us as well. Are we going or not?
Help
Yeah.
on the ship.
We're all here. Let's go.
Right. Cast off! And the mooring lines are thrown back to the boat, and you safely leave the treachery of the Port Dunswater harbour, so as not to attack the ire of its guard dogs. And you sail off in the direction of Shallow Shoal, which is about a week's journey to get there. So I'm going to roll a d4 of my wonderful Tales Around the Tavern Fire DM dice. And I rolled a 2, which is Masso. Masso, would you like to roll a d20 for me, please? This is for the entire week's travel.
Absolutely, I would.
That doesn't look good.
5.
A 5. Fantastic. Could you now roll a d8 for me?
He's away.
Okay. Robin, you roll me a d8, please.
Okay.
Chewing his dog out.
D8, 7.
Evan. You find that there is an unwelcoming mist to the air most of your travels. But I wouldn't say it's an all-encompassing dense fog. It doesn't hinder the journey, but with the d8 that you rolled, on top of that, you do find a undercurrent which helps you accelerate your travel time. You do gain a day's travel. That, and by the end of the 5th day's travel, that's better. You do come across, come daybreak, the captain informs you all as you rise from the lower decks that you're now in the region known as the Shallow Shoal. Around you is a thick, almost rolling, dense fog. Dalen, this gives you particular turbulence. not too dissimilar memories, flashback dreams you've had.
What?
Go ahead.
Sorry, not being here last week, what did they tell us about this thing?
Who can remember what was told about the encounter from the hysterical sailor?
Did you not say something about eyes?
Yeah.
There were a lot of eyes, lots of fog, and it just all of a sudden swept over them, and they were all dead. Except one, apparently. Multiple times.
It's what, the fourth ship or something that's been taken?
I think it was like 6.
6 ships have been taken in the past 3 weeks.
And all we know is it had lots of eyes and there's lots of fog around.
I am your dungeon master, not your lore keeper. There we go.
I know, I was asking the others.
I know that was
Yeah,
that was to them.
Lots of eyes, lots of fog, and if I remember correctly, this is also one of the main trading routes to the Infernal Lands.
Oh, okay. Cool.
As you are making slow progress through the fog, density, captain of slow the ship. Anyone that's keeping an eye out, feel free to make a perception check.
Yeah, I will. Perception.
16.
10 here.
18 from Dalen.
Who got 16 or more?
Me.
Drop my dice. Got more.
Sorry?
I dropped my dice, so I re-rolled it. I said, yes, I got more than 16.
For those who got 16, as you're trying to strain your eyes to see fog, you glance down to the water that you can see, and you do start to see bits of wood splinter, rope lash, passing by, drifting on the water's surface. As the ship continues on its journey, soon see broken crates, barrels. A torn piece of sailing cloth. Dalen, with your 18, you also see this, and as you rush to the side to get a better look, you kind of smoke carrying across the air. It's just off of the port side of the bow. Direction the smoke seems to be trailing from. You can see the rest of the crew is on edge. Continue on for another 10 or so minutes, the smell getting stronger. And you recognise the smell, Dalen, of gunpowder. You can see the fog is getting thicker, darker. As you push on, find it a bit difficult to breathe and even see as this is now no longer fog, this is smoke. Eventually, through fog parting, you see the wreckage. Ship, capsized, split in two. Masts conjoined and wrought amongst themselves. Doing.
I'm gonna pull out my sword just in case. Just get ready.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Rereading my character sheet to remember what I can do, and just keeping an eye out, I think, at the moment.
Okay.
Has anyone got anything that can clear this mist?
This isn't mist.
Smoke.
No, I don't.
You hear the captain shouting orders to weigh anchor. So to lay anchor, you hear the splash of the anchor off the side. He says, "This is about as close as I'm willing to get to the wreckage. I don't fancy sacrificing my ship to the same fate." And she looks over the edge. "What's that?" And she points. And as you look over the side, everyone can make an investigation check for this one.
22?
God damn it.
Oh,
22, 12, 14. Dalen?
10.
You all strain to see through, because you can still see there are small fires still on the wreckage. Still going. But Bast, you spot as the smoke clears for a second in between for the ships. You do see, among the flotsam and jetsam, you do see overturned bodies, you see evisceration, you see crew haven't made. Amongst it, wreckage, you do see a figure on part of the ship that's been split in two. The stern of the ship, near the steps leading to where the wheelhouse would have been. Underneath one of the masts, you do see a figure trapped on the stairs, unconscious, but out of the water.
Okay, I will point the figure out and... guys, there's somebody alive over there.
How far
far
away is
are
he?
they?
Where you are, you reckon they're about 35, 40 feet.
I got it. And I will use one of the charges of the dancing cataclysm and cast Misty Step 30 feet over and get as close as I can and try to help lift the mast off.
Okay. You do see them draw the dancing cataclysm, and as he performs his ability, you see him instead of turning into his normal smoky, misty self, he turns into almost like a wreath of fire as it shoots across the water's surface, and then dips just before the wreckage of the ship. And then you manage to climb up quite easily onto the wreckage, and you can see the mast on closer inspection. Do a medicine check for me. Approach this figure.
Dirty 20.
20. You can see that the mask has smashed one of... it's a female. As you can see, is elven of some description. But you can see it's smashed one of their legs by the weight of the mast. What are you doing?
I'm going to attempt to lift it if I can. If not, I can try something. If I can't get it the first try.
Give me an athletics check.
God, I love my dice. That is a 26.
I hate my players. I did make this a hard roll, so you need a 25. So you do manage to strain with all your might to lift the mast. You hear the wood creaking, the snapping. You hear the ropes pulling on themselves. It's not easy. It is taking every ounce of your strength to try and lift this mast up, and you do manage to get enough purchase to lift it a good foot and a half off of the leg. You do see, as you lift, you do see the blood start to pour from the wound. Not ridiculously fast, but enough to make you think the heart's still pumping. That good medicine. Yeah. So.
And very quickly just grab her by the collar and drag her enough out so if I drop it, it doesn't crush her again.
Give me an this is an acrobatics check. This is dexterity based.
I'm also good at this.
Can we see this, by the way?
Yes, you can all see this. You can see him
this...
messing about through the fog.
Not as great as a roll for a 17, because I rolled a 10.
Can we see him with body?
You hear the mast moving. You can hear the creaking of wood. If you're looking now, you can see that there is a body. He's trying to maneuver out. The mast rolled a 4. So yes, you managed to sneak the body out before the mast came crashing back down again, which has unfortunately unstabilized the wreckage that you're standing on. You do feel it now changing in buoyancy in the water. What's everyone else doing?
After seeing that, I'm swan diving in the water and swimming after him.
You swan dive in the water, and you're met by, again, wreckage and bodies. You swim over to help with your swim. You're athletic, you'll be able to get there. Just as you can see, with the mast slamming down, it starts to, very Titanic-esque, start to sink that portion of the wreckage.
What'd you find?
Dalen is not responding. Dalen is basically picking up this person, putting him on her back, grabbing her arms, and diving back into the water and trying to swim back to the main boat.
You see that exactly that. You see Dalen with someone on his back dive back in the water as the stern of the ship starts to sink beneath the waves.
I will go to the side of our boat that's nearest and wait for him to surface so I can help pull them up.
One of the crewmates hands you a rope ladder, Nemea,
Okay,
to help chuck down. And with everyone working together, you do manage to get Dalen, Lucian, and this figure back on deck and laid out. And you do see before you a very, very much so an elven figure, breathing shallow. And sorry, Karen.
Sorry, I'm desperately trying not to interrupt. I just wondered if I could possibly tell if she's kind of on the brink or if I'm...
Medicine check.
24?
You can tell that she is not on the brink quite, but she definitely needs medical attention. The leg is broken and needs healing.
Okay. Can I cure wounds on her, probably?
You can certainly try.
I mean, it's not a check, it's just a roll.
I'll go for the roll then.
So 8 plus 5, 13 points healing. Fix her leg, try and stop it bleeding.
You using that, you do feel the arcane energies whirl into the body and start to knit the organs and veins back together, and the bleeding does stop and the leg starts to reform itself, and you all hear the breathe of relief, and the breathing gets easier. This figure.
So try and find something to like splint it.
That's easily done on a wooden ship.
Yep.
Quite easily. And it's at that point we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll let Corey introduce her character. Ta-da! And we'll see you all guys in a little bit.
All right, I'll run up the rest of it.
Hello. Thank you for staying with us, and we'll now jump back in to tonight's game. Here we are, everyone back, everyone happy, everyone comfy and cozy. So, where we left off with Dalen doing his best David Hasselhoff impression and finding what was a potential survivor on the wreckage of the half-sunken ship that they'd come across, with Nemea doing a bit of mending and physical repair. Healing had brought life back into body before. And as stated before we went to break, Corey, if you'd like to describe your character.
So, Saren is a Eladrin Circle of Stars druid. So she has very big, fluffy white hair. Oh, Jesus, give me a second. Sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. It's only live. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, she has like big fluffy white hair. It's like kind of like right now she's an Ottoman Eladrin, so it's like kind of like red, orangey kind of skin. It's like loads of freckles that kind of look like constellations. And she's wearing like kind of robe-like things, and like the skirt is kind of like tied up, so it's like a little bit more practical than like a long skirt. But yeah, that's Saren. That's what she kind of looks like.
That's what you see before you. We'll get lots of echo off someone. Have you got any headphones, Corey?
Yeah, I'll see if they work.
Fingers crossed. And as you are lying there, just going through this dull, drifting sensation, you feel yourself almost still for a moment, where you hear this soft, comforting, feminine voice in your ear say to you, "Not now. Now, not the time." And you just feel your body just pulled upwards as you feel this rush, almost like from deep water to the surface, as you come back to consciousness. Are you hearing anything at all?
Not with headphones.
God damn it, that was all important. That was for you. I've got to do it again now. You feel this yourself floating, and then there was stuff and a thing, and then a dragon appeared. You missed the whole thing about it. I'm joking. And you heard a voice in your head, a very soft, comforting voice, say to you, "Now, not yet. Now is not your time." You felt yourself pulled, almost like the feeling of going to the surface from deep water. Surge. And as you feel yourself getting to the point of breaching the surface, you feel yourself come back to consciousness. You wake up on the deck of a ship surrounded by unfamiliar faces. And you'll see this Eladrin come to consciousness.
Looks like she's back in the land of the living.
Hello, hi.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you.
You can thank Dalen for that.
Hello.
Thank you, Dalen.
Yeah, she seems to have introduced me. I'm Dalen. How's your leg doing?
Feels better. Thank you. I'm Saren, by the way. Oh.
Nice to meet your acquaintance, Saren. As you can probably tell, this isn't your boat that you were on.
No, I figured that, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what happened?
Not really. There was a thing attacked the boat. I was like asleep when it first attacked, so I didn't really see, and then I got crushed. So don't know exactly what happened. Didn't really see much.
Well, I guess you're still going after this thing blind.
As you're talking, else and crew are gathered round. They bring water and blankets. Make sure you're safe. Captain walks over, and you just hear her say in almost a completely deflated voice, I think if we're going to continue our journey to Whistletown Island, we need to go now."
Okay.
As you turn to say it to her, you see she's just looking straight out over the water.
And to look where she's facing.
Anyone that wants to do so can make a perception check.
Yeah, 7.
You barely see the
13.
side of the boat. 13. Okay.
22.
22.
Okay, there's a D20. 18.
You'll get up curious as to see where she's looking. Most of you don't see it, and Bast and Seren, you've got more pressing things to worry about, such as your mobility. She's achy, but you managed to get around fine. Dalen, what did you get? 18.
18.
Bast, you decide to turn and help Seren get below deck somewhere safe and get her secure. Dalen and you're looking as you're following the eye line, Captain then starts to back away from the side of the ship and, without trying to break eye contact, starts to give orders to make way. You see deep, thick distance of the fog. Blue, brown, yellow. They slowly sink.
Hello.
And I'm gonna fucking point it out and shout and go, eyes!
As you go to shout, you throw your hand up and you take that breath in, but your mouth is then met by the hand of the captain over your mouth. She says, "Steel yourself, you damn fool, lest you bring its wrath upon us. Think about it.
It knows we're here. It's gonna come after us anyway.
It may know we're here, but it's eating something else at the minute. No, there's no telling what damage they did, if anything at all. But at the minute, it's happy with its prize, which gives us time to slip away. We are not equipped for fighting a Leviathan." Didn't hear a word of that.
I'm not
Oh,
saying
okay, you weren't. You
anything.
just
Fucking Leviathan.
What?
Really big serpent.
Yeah, I know what Leviathan is.
I know that, but I'm in this little conversation here, and like,
Yeah, you're privy to this conversation, Lucian. And she
I'm
then
saying in character, what the hell is a Leviathan?
she turns around and gives you almost like this wild-eyed stare. She says, "Imagine your worst fear given flesh. Imagine a void of 1,000 teeth and daggers clawing at your very soul, with arms longer than a ship and strong enough to take it down to the bottom. That is a Leviathan. Few have seen them, fewer still have survived. Now you count your blessings, and we'll make our way." And she walks away.
I sort of whisper to Dalen, is that the council guys want us to take out?
It's entirely possible.
I'm
Seems
gonna need
like
a
it.
bigger axe.
100% yes.
Hashtag true facts. Okay. And the ship slowly starts to edge its way safely away from the shipwreck area. And the rest of the day goes on, and Sarah and you are given enough medical aid and healing by Nemea and others on the ship who are to be back to your normal mobile self. And given tea and soothed and nursed back to health after your traumatic experience. You have the rest of the day. The captain tells you we'll probably hit Whistletown Island sometime tomorrow daybreak. I'll let you know as close as we can to when. But the fog makes it difficult. But you have the day. Is there anything you want to do?
I wish to get Alan to give me a hand with something. So sort of like go to her goes, "Do you two just help me out with something right now? Busy?"
Sure. They're not letting me run anything on this ship because they already have all the crewmates filled out. So
We told
yeah,
you we're fine.
I need something to do.
Cool. Grab your weapons and meet me at whatever the front of the ship's called.
The bow.
Yeah, meet me at that.
Dalen just walks there immediately. He's not waiting.
Okay.
Same with you, Bast, please.
I'm probably already at the bow anyway.
That's fair. You have stated previously you enjoy your ship voice out of the ship.
I need to test something, and I have no idea what's going to happen. So I want your weapons ready in
Not
case...
on the boat.
I need
Not
to-
on the boat. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I have a feeling I know what you're going to say. Not on the boat. I will throw you off the boat.
That would help. That's something.
When we land, we'll find a secluded place. If you want to try to get your wolfy thing under control again, and we will do it in a private place, not on a boat manned by a lot of civilian people.
Can you call privateer contractors civilians, though? Just saying.
When you say it like that, it does
They're
sound...
bystanders.
Fuck it. I need the exercise anyway.
But not on the boat.
Fine. Then you give me a workout.
Do you want to spar on the boat? It's not a great place to spar, but we can spar.
Please, I've sparred in more spots.
Fuck it. Best, you want to just spar? Lucian will spar with you later. I will make that a promise. I will spar with Lucian later. If he wants to go.
I'm hoping it
buck
doesn't go
wild.
to that.
Well, sparring is still a fun thing to do. Test your strengths with one another.
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's have a little sparring match.
All right.
I need the exercise anyway. I
Ooh,
hate being
fine.
cooped up on boats.
Well, they poo-pooed your idea and then cut you out of the activity they were doing anyway. So that will be them for a good section of the day. Are you doing anything else, Lucian?
I'm gonna look for, barrel of rum, but at the same time, I'm gonna pass our new stowaway, shipmate, whatever the term is.
Well, first of all, you have to find her, and if you ask the crew, they will tell you he's currently recuperating in the captain's cabin.
Okay, guys, hey, you have any rum on this ship?
They look at you and say,
Oh god, Lucian's back into the rum.
"No, we don't."
Ale?
We're a ship of mark, and we're actually on active duty. We don't drink on active duty. Anything else?
Is there only water on the ship?
Yes, there's two kinds of it. There's water you can drink, and they look over the side and go, and the water you can't.
Okay,
Sucks to be
thank
Lucian.
you. Out of here.
Okay. So you make your way to the captain's cabin. You knock on the door. Theron, you have been relaxing in the captain's cabin, recuperating, going over your belongings, your trinkets, to make sure you have everything. You didn't lose anything in the attack. You seem to have everything that you left your previous location with. You do. And there is another door.
I go and open the door.
Before you, Lucian, would you like to describe your character?
Okay. So standing at 6'3" is a quite well built. Well, I'm gonna say humanoid. He looks very human, except for there's something you can't quite place about him. It might be just a slight something feral, maybe in his eyes, or just smile, like a wolfish grin.
It's like his eyes are too close together.
Grey eyes, long white hair. Only wearing a kilt with a sporran and a tankard at his belt. With an axe just casually slung on his back.
That's what you see looming in the doorway when you open the door. Startling at first, but the warm grin lets you lower your guard.
How tall are you, by the way?
6 foot.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just curious. Is it 6 foot with the bushy hair, or is it 6 foot without the bushy hair?
What was that?
Oh.
Without. So yeah.
Without. Like a good 6'7".
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You alright?
Better, bum. Better than I was earlier, yeah. She will help me a lot. Very nice. Something I can help you with.
Do you remember anything?
I remember before I passed out there was some eyes. Like yellow eyes, but not a whole lot.
2? 3?
Yeah, 2.
4? 2.
I think.
Right. Where was that ship headed?
Port Dunswater?
Okay. No, I'll be honest, I've kind of forgotten where this ship is going.
Oh.
In and out of character.
Oh, not that it's not like I didn't mention it 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, but in character and out.
Whistletown.
You're not there.
Yes,
Shh.
Not there.
You're too busy beating the crap out of each other.
So we're heading somewhere else right now. What made you want to head there?
I had a quite disturbing vision, and it needed to go find answers somewhere, and that's where I thought to head.
I don't know. I'm not very tactful. Where are you from? I do not recognize
I'm from the Feywild.
you at all. What?
Basically a different plane.
Make a history check, Lucian.
15.
15. You understand the concept of different realms, hence, especially since your visit to Amonkhet. Feywild not something you've heard of, and you've seen elves before, but what stands before you is very much like an exaggeration of an elf, and the extension of the pointed ears, the exaggerated features. It's like elf plus. In your is the best way your mind can really comprehend this.
Elf premium.
Elf premium. There you go.
Is that where elves are from?
The elves in this plane, like, are descended from us. Like, it's not quite the same, but
Oh. So a vision is what brings an elf all the way out in these seas.
yeah, pretty much.
What did you see? I'm sorry. When before I set off on this adventure, my shaman of my village had a vision of something. So I just want to see if there's anything linked to it.
I cannot remember exactly what was the vision.
I wrote it down to you.
While you're reading that, yeah, before, you may have noticed I look humanoid. I'm not entirely human. I'm what's known as a shifter. We're a dying race. To my knowledge, there's just one tribe of us left in the frozen valleys. And my shaman there had a vision of an oncoming storm and blue dragon heading out to face it with a wolf at its side. And then, lo and behold, we end up seeing a blue dragonborn, and I was the only direwolf shifter in the village at the time, so the chief and the shaman decided it must have been a sign for me to join.
Right.
So that's as far as the vision I know. I was just wondering if any vision was linked to that as well.
I don't think so, is it? Yes.
What was your vision of?
What? So I'm like in a forest. Then very nice, and then there's like a sorry. And there's like a tidal wave of a shadow comes over, and then there's just a lot of like screaming, blood, everything after that. So,
You followed that shadow? I don't know where we're headed right now, but if you're looking for shadows of oblivion and bloodshed, then found the right ship or crew. So maybe when we do arrive at our destination, what are you trained in? You brought up. What were you brought up to do in terms of? Like, I know we have our warriors, we have our hunters, we have our shamans, our healers, and all that. But you sort of like you were. I don't want to offend. You don't look like a warrior.
No, I am a druid. It's like, I specifically study the stars.
Like a shaman.
Yeah, I guess.
Ah. I mean, I haven't asked the rest of the guys, but we could probably do with the shaman helping us out. Especially when it comes to being able to read the signs that seem to be going over our heads right now. Mine, anyway.
Yeah. I could join you.
Okay.
Just to recover.
Mm.
I'm gonna drink some water.
Okay. And while that conversation goes on and you finally start softening the edges on each other as you're conversing and sharing tidbits of your past. And Dalen and Bass, just each of you roll me a d20 and give me weapon proficiency. So add your proficiency bonuses to it.
I can do that.
Oh God.
Well, this like adding like our hit bonus.
Yeah. So just give me a normal roll to hit.
24.
24. That's just a normal hit.
I have a +9 to hit.
I hate you. You're disgusting. I hate you.
I have the duelist feat, or not duelist feat, the duelist fighting style, and then I have a +1 weapon.
Never give.
I have a +9 as well, but that's thanks to Deshad.
Never done that. Claire, what did you get?
I didn't get above 10.
Shad saved me.
The sparring session is good. It's very one-sided. For all of your ferocity and your strength, Bass, Dalen is matching you with finesse and strategy as you're dancing around. You are free to converse while you're practicing.
Yeah, so the way Dalen fights is very much trying to be more agile of a fighter with still having strength behind his blows. It's definitely an odd one.
Yeah, he is a hard fish to nail down.
Yeah.
Bast's roughly the similar with the fighting style if it's going hand to hand, which prefers the more of the graceful slash and hit. But with the strength behind Dalen, she's just not able to keep up.
Not with that role. He is almost like preternatural. Watching him fight, it is almost hypnotic to a point because it's just so alien compared to your.
I'm cursing a lot in Amanketing.
Dalen is quiet as he fights. Focused. Calculating.
The sparring goes on to a point where come to a satisfactory point that you're both happy with ending it. And you both take a seat, grab some water, refresh yourself.
Not the seawater.
Not
I
the
know you
seawater.
come from a desert and all water is water, but not the seawater.
I've been here enough to know that. Thanks.
I'm just making sure. I've seen quite a few people try and just hurl their guts out. It's not pretty. I feel like
I like
Lucian
that
would
with
do
you.
it.
The only thing I'd be using seawater for at this particular point is just to douse myself to get to cool down.
Yeah. The salt can actually make you hotter, actually. That's a real fact.
We're all about true facts here at Tales Around the Tavern Fire.
You might cool down for a little bit, but the salt will remain on your skin and it will start to burn.
Well, I have to get through the far first.
The more you know.
Say something else, but that's a little dark.
Stop it. You're not there.
I'll say it
All
after
right,
the stream.
But yeah, I will get refreshments for us.
Easily enough to
And-
find.
Just kind of sit with Bass for a little bit. I don't know how we're going to deal with that Leviathan. I don't know how we're going to deal with something that big if the council wants us to do that.
We're gonna have to find a way somehow. Won't be the
We'll
first
find
time.
a way.
Won't be the first time I've done the impossible.
Fair point. We have fought bigger.
I've also fought better.
I don't know. I don't know about that anymore.
Oh, come on, we killed the god.
Yeah, but I feel like it was more of a minor deity.
I wouldn't insult any god by calling them minor.
There are definitely minor deities. They're still powerful and they're deities and all, but there are lesser and greater deities.
Then that may be so, but I still wouldn't call anyone lesser deity, especially to their face.
At which point you hear a voice
Damn
about
it!
6 feet above you say, "Thank you. It's nice to have the recognition."
God fucking damn
You
it!
can fuck off for a start.
And sitting
Fuck off!
on the very lowest level of the rungs, you do see, sat with a tankard in one hand and a bottle in the other, Puck. And sat cross-legged and starts to pour quite gingerly into a tankard of lovely deep red wine. Do you know what? It's nice to see the mortal races just really appreciate us for what we truly are. You know, it's just, I feel you, I hear you. You know, it's nice. It's respect. And he hops down, and he hands you the bottle, Dalen.
Whoa.
And he pulls up a barrel stool and sits down and says, "So," taps on the barrel. "That's a nice turn of events, isn't it? Someone new for the group? Potentially, maybe? Have you discussed that?"
We have not. I mean, I haven't yet. Someone might have. But she seems skilled. She has nowhere else to go, and she's the only one so far on this boat that has seen this beast, even if it was for a moment. So her help will be greatly appreciated.
Oh, I'm sure it will. And I wouldn't be so certain on her not having somewhere to go. That's all I'll say about that. But who am I to pry on someone else's business?
You pry on everyone's business, so what have you heard?
Shh! I heard, "Nothing shall pass my lips. Let it not be said that I am not a being of my word." But I unfortunately am not here for frivolity and niceties. I am actually here on official.
You do official business?
From time to time, it's been known that, yes, I fulfill the duties appointed to me by my Lord Oberon. Yes, it's true. Don't believe everything you hear or read.
What, he's actually sober enough to give you an order?
That man has not seen the right side of sober for at least this past aeon. No. But, unfortunately, I have been... I don't like to use the word order. It's just so... It doesn't sit right.
Commanded?
It's even worse. Don't. Anyway,
Voluntold.
I've been coerced? That's a good word. It means I'm a victim there. I've been coerced into retrieving your friend Mute for something to do with familial reasons. I wasn't listening, but suffice to say that she needs to come with me.
And I will agree to letting her go with you.
Good.
If you make one promise.
Oh, what? You want to make a deal?
Just, not really. As long as you just don't make her reappear in another fish tank. Apparently that really fucked with her head.
That was funny. Come on.
It was, but you don't want to do the same joke twice because it's just not as funny the second time.
That's true. That's true. A cooking pot next time. On a fire. Oh, that would be good. That would be
Well,
so
I don't
good.
think if your job is to get her back to the place, I don't feel like dead and or burnt is a good option.
My Lord and Master has bequeathed me the task of retrieving her and sending her to somewhere very, very special. Then somewhere that I hope I wouldn't go back to so soon, but that's what he wants, so that's what I got to do.
Oh no, I need to know.
Fuck is sending Mute to the doghouse in the sky.
she's not going to the doghouse. Oberon has done some asking around, and she had a query about some lineage issues, and apparently that's opened up a few doors, doorways. So she is going home, if you want to call it that.
And where exactly is home from you?
Make a persuasion roll.
Home is where your heart is best.
Home is what?
Home is where your heart is.
Makes you think I actually still have mine. I got a 12.
Still has a heart. I just missed it.
Just missed it. He looks at you and smiles, and he walks up to you and goes, because you do tower over him.
I'm going to regret putting my head down at this rate.
And as quick as a whistle, he bops you on the nose. He goes, none of your business. And he strides off, whistling, and he waves to you over his head.
I can't decide who I hate more right now. Him or Set.
Oh,
I feel like Poke's harmless. And I take another swig from the bottle he has handed me.
it is a very sweet.
You can hug that away.
Not sickly, but to the point where you're like,
Dalen's not a fan of sweet.
I'll take that then.
He'll it's alcohol.
Well, we need to get drunk before Lucian gets here.
Yeah, at that moment.
Galen hears wine, or Lucian hears wine. I will hand the bottle to Bast after taking another glug and just go, yeah.
The day progresses, and eventually you all will join together again. at your evening meal, which is doled out. Ship on voyage. It is rationed food, so it's nothing or elaborate. Is there anything you want to discuss together as a group?
When we find land, we're having a proper meal.
Before our fight, of course.
Oh, yeah, before the fight, because we don't want to fight with a full stomach.
At any point, whenever the bottle is fully emptied, Dalen would like to write a small little note of just saying, and I'm going to make it super cryptic of just like, if you find this bottle, run, and then throw it in the ocean.
Okay.
Where did you find that?
I found it.
Oh!
I found it in the lower decks. Go look for it.
Knew they were hiding it from me.
Oh, for Christ's sake, tell them where you really got it.
Puck gave it to me. Puck decided to say hi and kidnap our friend Mute again. For official business, says Puck. I do not know if I believe him.
Although I got on Puck's really good side because I told him I respected most. You shouldn't disrespect deities no matter their level.
Oh, his ego.
Yeah, I fed his ego without even knowing he was there, apparently. Fucking Puck.
Sounds like him.
Seren, this conversation is just going back and forth across the table in front of you. These strange, enigmatic strangers. But you do feel a warmth about it.
Would you like us to describe our characters?
I would
Saren?
love you to describe your characters. Thank you.
Bass, would you like to go first?
No, you can go first.
Absolutely. So, Dalen is a dragonborn. He stands at roughly 6'5". He is covered in really a lot probably a bit more jagged and larger than an average dragonborn scales. Like, there's a blue dragonborn here as well. His scales are a little bit smaller. Mine are much denser and sharper. As well as on his left arm from his shoulder a little bit down, and then on his forearm all the way down to his hand are brass instead of silver. He wears just a set of pants along with a cloak, and he has his bag and satchel just sitting next to him. He definitely has some scars that have like cut through some of the scales that have healed over time, but you can definitely see battle scars.
Yeah.
For Bast, what you see is a tall, 6 foot tall, covered in black fur, almost humanoid, but the head itself is more jackal based. On her back, she carries a glaive, and at her sides 2 scimitars, but she walks very tall and straight and very proud of herself. Has a good bit of clothing on, but it's all kind of fancy. A lot of it's inlaid with gold as well.
Very exotic. And give me a history check, Saren. Can't hear you.
11.
11.
Yeah.
During your travels, this armor, as beautiful as it is, it's not without recollection.
Mm.
It's not unfamiliar. The design style is not unfamiliar.
I think I've seen something like your armor? Like before? Like, outfit before? Class?
Only if you've been to my home plane. I'm on Ketian. I'm not from this plane.
Hmm.
Corey, check your messenger.
I have been there before. I'm not from this plane either.
How long ago?
How long ago? Like,
Well, if you're not from this plane, you might want to tell Ogar that, because a little while ago he accidentally banished, or he didn't accidentally, he banished Bast and almost left her in her other plane. So, as long as Ogar knows that, you're fine.
okay.
Yeah, you're playing with the big boys now. Welcome to the club.
How long ago was it?
About
Like 2-3 weeks
100
ago.
odd years ago? Maybe a bit more?
Oh.
Can't remember now.
Holy shit, you're old.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
Dalen
oh.
says this out loud.
Masterful.
Seriously?
The fact that Lucian turns around and goes, classy. Nice one, dude.
I mean, if we're gonna talk ages here, I'm only 17.
I think we've discussed this. I think Dalen is the oldest.
What?
Dalen is 27.
I think Lucian's older.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
Lucian's older. Because I know Ogar's what, 3?
If we're talking technically, yes.
Technically yes, technically no.
The evening goes on, and formalities and familiarities are exchanged with the group, and there is much laughter as you start to regale Seren with some of your stories and mishaps and misadventures together.
Let's keep some of the stuff to ourselves, though.
Anything that
So
you
while we were in that
would-
fancy city with the mechanical stuff, there was a masterful heist.
oh god,
Oh god, that fucking heist.
and you find yourself almost enthralled by these stories, and it gives you some form of comfort against what is already pressing to you. Evening draws in, night watch takes its toll, and you all retire for the evening. You all drift into deep slumber. Come morning, you will gain a full rest. Anyone who expended anything gets anything back. And you can hear there's much talk and activity through the ship. Gather your things. Prepare yourselves for the day. Make your way to deck to find Captain at the helm. She sees and nods to you all and says, "We're nearing Whistletown. It's getting really difficult to navigate now. We've had to slow even further. As you can see, the fog bank hasn't cleared. Your ship is still shrouded. And those of you who have some experience with naval navigation know that it's very, very easy ship to become overconfident, self smashed along the reef, sandbank, even living. The air around seems deathly still. There's like a tension hanging in the air as the crew are almost like as one holding their breath for some sort of sign of land or way out of the time past. You hear a shout from the crow's nest above. Lando! You all look and you all try your best to try and perceive through the fog before you. And all at once you start to see, drifting through the peaks, a landmass. A little ways off, not too far. The fog being so thick, it has allowed you to come closer to landmass. The ship starts preparing boats and it starts preparing sails to navigate towards the landmass. Half an hour goes past. Closest. Anyone that's looking can make perception checks.
Fuck my dice.
13.
23 from Dalen.
23 from Dalen. 13. Bass, what did you get? A 5, lovely. Seren, what did you get?
13.
13. As you're all looking and straining, and again, you can start to collectively hold that apprehension in your chest. Dalen, as you're watching, you start to see silhouettes in the fog. In your way, it must be in the water somewhere, you start to see almost like monolith or obelisk, straight, tall, well, you reckon around about maybe 20, 25 feet tall structures. About 4 of them you count eventually start coming through. Quite a ways off still. And the fog rolls in a little bit thick. But with the 23, you then see flash, flash, flash. Make an intelligence check.
I'm not great at these. 11.
11? That's weird. As the water next to the ship rises up on the other side, more flashes as you're coming under heavy cannon fire. Ship goes into full panic. Are you doing anything? Any of you?
Is this normal?
No! Give me a moment. I'm checking something.
And find cannons, head towards it. I don't know, what's the nautical term, Dalen?
What, to like our starboard side? Is it off to a port or starboard side? Right or left?
You're asking me?
Yes.
Dead
right
in front of you.
Oh, straight ahead.
I'm straight ahead. As you're seeing,
Yeah.
there's about 5, 6 different positions where flashes are coming from now in the fog.
Fuck. Captain, what do we do?
We're getting out of here! And she starts spinning the wheel. And changing course.
Bad guys are over there.
Yeah, and so are cannon towers. No, we're not doing this. And as you start to turn and cut through the fog thins enough for you to see what it was, the abandoned township, encampment of Whistletown Island. And in front of it, marring the harbour way, you can see a row around about 10 guarding sentry towers, all armed with around about 3 to 4 cannons on their nests. And I'm not even going to make you roll for this, Dalen. You know a single ship is not going to penetrate a siege wall like that.
No. If we want to get there we will have to keep the ship a decent ways away and try and stealth our way in, even if that means swimming.
As you're still avoiding cannonballs whistling by and landing in the water, the ship takes some damage from occlusion, but not too much. The captain does say there must be somewhere else where we can land on the island. This can't be the only place. And she starts to steer.
Island. Let's just go round.
And she does start to steer around the island. And the cannon fire does eventually drop off as you leave the harbour shield wall. And trying to keep a faint eye line on the shoreline as much as possible without beaching the ship. You can all start making perception checks if you're looking for places to land.
Natural 1. I'm just looking at those cannons like, why aren't we going over there?
18.
24.
Dirty 20.
20. Okay. Seren, as the ship's passing, you do see there's a lot of overgrowth of trees and shrub bush marring the backside of the island. And you do happen to spot a tiny, maybe 15 foot at its widest, almost like a surge pool, a tiny little inlet. Following your eye line up from there, you do see a crack in the back of the landscape, the cliff sides, that could be potentially.
I point it out to Captain or anyone that would know what to do.
Captain hears you, and he says, "Aye, you got a good eye. That's a good place to send a boat ashore, but we won't be able to pull the ship in. Are you happy with that?"
Looks like.
Okay.
We'll get some of us in, yeah.
She maneuvers the ship further into the fog to try and just obscure its location. You will gather your things, and they prepare a longboat to go ashore. Who's going?
I'll go.
Definitely.
I'll go as well, yeah.
Ogar and Namir
Dalen
both
will
so
also
there,
go.
and Dalen will probably say he's going as well. Why not? You all get into the longboat and you're lowered into the water, and you manage to push off and way into this inlet. And you can see as you're going through, it is a very well hidden inlet. And you make land, and you wouldn't be surprised if this would have been used by smugglers sometime in a more golden age of piracy. You pull the boat ashore, see that there is definitely a path previously leading up towards the sheer cliffside where the potential crack entranceway into stonework led you. Who knows what may be lying ahead? But we'll find out in the next episode of our journey into Ibberath. That's where we'll end the session. So, thank you very much for sticking with us. It's been really, really fun having you. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Enjoyed the session. Quick announcement. We will be moving our regularly scheduled Sunday game, our journey into Ibberath, or Champions of Ibberath. We're still not sure on a title, what we want to call this campaign. So if you've got any ideas of what to call the campaign, do tell us. Either tweet us, message us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, send us a message on Facebook, post for us, at us, anything you can to get our attention. We will contact back. But bring your suggestions in, and maybe we'll think about a prize for it as well. Whoever wins might get something sorted out for them. But we are so close to reaching our 150 follower target, so they can win their own set of Tales Around the Tavern Fire dice. And they are absolutely fantastic. I have my own set, and they are beautiful, absolutely wonderful. And you can have your very, very own set to win. All you need to do is be a follower of the show to be in with a chance to win it. When we hit 150, everyone's name goes into a draw, and we'll pick one lucky winner to receive this fantastic dice. So if you want to get in it and be with a chance to win it, give us a follow. If you're not following, you should be already. And then if you can get anyone else to follow us, it always helps our channel grow. It always helps with our reach as well. And you never know, you might give a best friend a set of dice and they might love you forever. Who can say? The other thing that we'll be doing is our regularly scheduled Sunday game will be moving to every fortnight instead of every week. This is so we are accommodating room for our dear barbarian Lucian or Michael to DM a game he's running off stream. But to make up for that, instead of leaving it 2 weeks with no content, I will be doing my very best to push out some game content. I'm going for I'm currently doing a Monster Hunter Iceborne run on the PC, and failing miserably. We're doing Fall Guys, we're doing Among Us, we're doing Shogun Total War, Empires, and there's tons of stuff we're looking at. If there's a game suggestion you want to throw at us as well, see if we can do that. We'll have a look, see what we can do. But until we next come online, always take care of yourselves. We'll see you very, very soon. And just don't forget, no matter what you're doing, always remember to roll for initiative. Thanks a lot, guys. Good night.
Bye.